at shoot location 1. We have the Camaro. We're gonna go scout, we're gonna go see and decide where we want to take our photos and do all our photos. The weather is pretty decent, I'd say. Tony, what would you say for the weather?
I would say so, yeah.
He would say so. But yeah, we're gonna go see, we're gonna go scout, and we'll see how the photos go. And once we're at each spot, I'll pull out the camera and do some more there. We've decided to kind of move to the pier now. We got some photos with a Camaro already. That's kind of the main reason why we rented that car, is because we wanted to have kind of, you know, an American muscle vibe or something like that, since a lot of our content has been kind of focused towards, you know, JDM or Euro cars. So for the next scene, we plan to actually go down to the end of this pier, and it's kind of like typical swampy Florida vibes right now, and I think those photos will look somewhat really good, or have been looking really good. So we're doing, you know, different angles, different scenes with the different t-shirts kind of broken up in between. We're trying to use a variety of the colors that we have, because we have different colors. We have like orange, we have black, we have blue, we have this kind of like tealy green t-shirt design or colors. So we're going through those, and one by one we're trying to knock out as many as we can here, and then we're going to go to 2 other locations. But it is very scenic, as you can tell, so it's very cool to see. And I think the colors, especially with the variety of colors of t-shirts we have, works out very, very well. Tony's completing the photos with Logan.
And the boat in the
background.
Look how calm and peaceful the water is. It's like a nice lake in Ontario, but we're in Florida in the middle of, what, January? End of January, February? So Logan has one of our shirts on. I have a completely different design on as compared to Logan. And Tony's getting all those up-close shots.
Not like them.
I don't either.
And there's kind of bugs flying out around everywhere, because it is Florida. It is like swamp country.
Swamp.
Hello, Logan.
Closer to the water you get.
Hello.
Welcome to the vlog. Say hi.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And there's birds. The birds are paid actors.
They are.
Along with that bump.
I asked them to be here.
Alright, let's let Tony get back to work and take some photos. So we're back for day 2 of the photos today. Today's a little bit of a windier day, so hopefully the audio will pick up correctly. We are doing the next batch of t-shirts in front of this little cute windmill thing. Oh, right there. It is bright. I have my sunglasses on, so it is hard to see. So Tony's continuing photos with Logan. Then we're going to proceed to continuing the photos with me. Today we're actually still going to be using the red Camaro, and we're going to be doing some action shots utilizing the red Camaro. So those shots should be pretty cool. We did get a few of them yesterday at around sunset, so we were kind of tight on time, so I didn't really pull out the camera to do more vlogging then. But today I'll try to get a bit more behind the scenes of doing the photos and kind of the whole process of this photo shoot for our t-shirts. So we're doing some more scenic photos under these trees with Camaro in the center. So while Logan is modeling, Tony is doing photos, I am on car watch and vlog watch. So I gotta make sure I'm still pulling out enough content to provide to you guys while we're doing these awesome photos. But that looks pretty good. Honestly, for a base model Camaro, this thing is still pretty sweet. So we're here for our last day in Florida. We're finishing up the remaining shirts for the photo shoots that we needed to do. So we had to enlist Logan once again to finish up all the rest of the t-shirts we had. So she's doing the t-shirts that we have either for our giveaways and for sale on our website. We're able to do this a little bit earlier today, since the last day of Sick Week, day 5, is back at OSW, Orlando Speed World, Dragway, but it does not start till 11 a.m. So we have a little bit of leeway. Currently 9:14 a.m. We met up with Logan around 8 a.m. today to get the remainder of these shots done. So as you can see, the location in the background is quite scenic. It looks very nice. I'm actually going to walk over to the pier and I'll show you a little bit more as Tony and Logan finish up shooting in the background. So this was actually, you know, how most photo shoots go. A lot of the locations are you drive by and you're like, wow, that looks cool, stop, let's do some photos. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you the sign. This sign's pretty funny, right here. Alligators and snakes in areas. Do not feed the wildlife. That's a whole other story I can tell you. Alligators actually are scared of humans, but because so many humans feed alligators, a lot of the alligators that have come accustomed to humans now think that humans are a source of food, and that's why they end up attacking people. You don't feed alligators, they'll be scared of you, right? Technically, or not technically, in nature, we are a predator to the alligators, but if we provide them food, we're no longer a predator. That means we are a prey. They're very simple-minded. So this is the other scenic spot. Florida has a lot of these nice lakes, very nice views that, you know, are mesmerizing in a sense. See, spending a whole week here in Florida makes me really, I don't know how I can say not appreciate, I kind of appreciate this place, right? There's car culture like no tomorrow. There's always something happening. There's events happening all the time. The weather's great. You're able to do so much. There's not a lot of rust. The rust does exist when you're, you know, by the sea or by the Gulf, because then there's salty air that does cause corrosion, especially with the sun really thinning out or, you know, oxidizing the clear coats and making them disappear. But overall, there's no rust. Like, people get into accidents here, they don't even fix their cars, which makes me love Florida so much. And I think I've told my bosses before, my end goal is to somehow end up here or end up somewhere in the southern states, so that when we do go ahead and create this automotive content, we're able to do it year round without the limitations of being in Canada, where in Canada we have a long winter, we have rust, we're in the rust belt, everything's corroded, it's not fun to work on. The car show and drag and other season is not good. Like, a great example is we wanted to do a drag race with our 335i, and we're not able to do that because drag strips are closed. It's winter. No one's gonna go out and drag race, and even in winter we're on winter tires, so it doesn't make sense. While here we're in the middle of drag week. It's February, right? It's not even the first drag week of the year, because there have been other events occurring. Like, there was Death Week in Arizona just a few weeks back, right? So it just shows that the amount of content and the culture is very different in the States. And obviously, you know, the US is known as a land of opportunity, and that's what we're trying to encompass here and show that off. But we're gonna end up back at OSW later today. We're gonna finish up shooting. We're gonna see who the finalists and who the winners are, whose cars are gonna break and not. We're gonna actually do a few more photos. We're gonna do a group photo with all the Canadians, so we're gonna be dressed up in all our Parts Avatar shirts, do some final photos, a few things like that. And tomorrow morning we sadly fly back to Toronto, so we'll be back to our regularly scheduled content, which includes working on the 335i, getting that car done, doing a few more informative videos, and then we can move on into either the next project cars, the next trip or adventure. I think we're planning to do a road trip with the 335i. I really like the idea that the boys from Gears and Gasoline do, where they had their Alaska road trip and their other road trips. In this case, we're gonna showcase that we were able to make our 335i reliable once again and drive it, I don't know, maybe down here to Florida, maybe to Alaska, maybe to Vancouver, maybe to Alberta. I guess we'll see what the bosses approve at the end of the day. So I think that'll be a quite cool trip and a quite cool adventure. But for now, Tony's gonna go ahead, finish up doing all the rest of the photos, and then we can proceed from there.
Remember, Parts Avatar has got your back, so don't forget to subscribe to the Parts Avatar channel so you don't miss any of these exciting videos.